Good evening and welcome to Meta News, your number one news for the community. This is your reporter Dragon, and I'm here with reporter
Joy Rain. And we want to thank you for tuning in again for another segment of Meta News. But before we get into everything that we have to deliver, Dragon, how has your week been?
My week has been a roller coaster. A little ups, little downs, extremely busy. No matter what I do at work, I feel like I can't get caught up, but it's been great. It's been great. It's been fun. I've got a chance to take my team out to volunteer and other things like this at my other job. So it's been really fun, experiencing that, kind of spending time with the team and things like that. How have you been?
Busy as always. Still trying to get people to the metaverse, doing our podcast, get them to the metaverse, and just meeting all sorts of new people, doing some world hops and everything. So trying to be very, very busy and on that mission to get more people into the metaverse. And so, yeah, it's a journey.
Wonderful. Hey, it is. It most definitely is. And keep doing it. That push to get people in here is the biggest push that you always, and that's for everybody. Anybody who's part of this space, get your people in here. Yes. Tell them, show them a little bit of something, put the headset on them, let them experience something that they're familiar with, and really, just let them line up with something that's going to get them in here. So that's always a good thing. And it's lovely to hear.
Absolutely.
So I do know that we do have some good news this week. Good news this week. I know a lot of people were having issues with their bots and things like that, that they were dealing with, but those issues with the bots have been fixed. So when it comes to your DJs and getting them to do what you need to do, those bot issues have been fixed. So if you haven't got a chance to get back in and test that out, everything should be working now. Again, thank you Horizon for being quick on getting these bugs fixed when we're dealing with those things that we are dealing with on a regular basis. What do you feel about that, Joy?
Yeah, that is so crucial that all of these bots are working properly because we use it in so many different ways. And sometimes it may hinder a creator's world from even functioning because the bot isn't working properly. But thank you, Horizon, for hearing the people's cry and fixing those bots. So if you haven't had a chance to test out your bot and make sure that it's working, make sure you do that. And if you're still having issues, they are rolling out that fix, so it will be coming soon.
Yeah, yes, indeed. And then continue. Yeah.
Absolutely. And so more good news that's coming along is that we have cameras that last 60 seconds long. That's right, people. A whole 1 minute you have to film, record, and everything inside of Horizon Worlds. Before it was only 30 seconds and we were just like, oh my gosh, we need more time. Well, we have more time. So make sure you use those cameras. Have you been Dragon?
It's one thing. I really love how Horizon listens to us as the community. This is something that has been said ever since they gave us the cameras, and it was very nice. First, it was the whole pulling the picture out thing, and we couldn't pull the picture out, and I'm like, okay, there's no way to pull the picture out, and we talked about that, and they finally gave us that, which was amazing.
Yeah.
And then the time frame. Those are the two things. Those were my only complaints. And they have now fixed both of them by giving that additional 60 seconds. I'm loving the 60 seconds. It feels like I have so much more time, literally to the point where I'm like figuring out something else to fill the rest of the time. And I'm so used to the 30 seconds. I'm like, 45 seconds in, I'm like, what else do I say? So it's really nice to have something like that where I'm like, I have this extended amount of time. It's great. It's lovely.
Yes. It's awesome.
Yes, most definitely. But with that being said, there are some issues that, as with the good comes a little bit of bad. And some of the bad that we are been dealing with here recently are people being locked out of their accounts and trying to get back in. I know, that it's an issue that they've been working on, but there are some creators out here who've got, very tenured accounts and they're being locked out of their accounts for some reason. I know they're trying to figure that out and everything like this. Let us know down below, or have you experienced anything like this, or do you know anybody experiencing anything like this? Because we definitely like to hear from you, Joy. What do you think about this? Have you heard about this or experienced anything like this?
Yeah, I have heard about some creators have gotten locked out of their accounts and whatnot. But we want to say that, continue to keep logging in. It's an issue that has been made aware in Horizon. So they're trying to fix it and see what's going on. So all hope is not lost. Your account will be fixed. Just hold on just a little while longer and you should be able to log in, but I couldn't imagine being locked out of my account, and I'm like, "What am I supposed to
do?" And I just want to say, I mean, I anybody who's dealing with that issue, because I can only imagine what you're going through. I know how much I do in this space. I know how much everyone here at Meta News does in this space alone. Even outside of Meta News and everything that we do within this space and everything that we're part of. To be locked out of here, it would just be catastrophic. So I just can't imagine what you're dealing with. But again, hang tight.
So our hearts go out to everyone who's been locked out, and we definitely want to let you know that here at Meta News, we feel your pain, but just keep going through it, and you're going to come out on the other side. And speaking of other things that are coming out on the other side, is that we're able to get closer now, y'all. I mean,
yes,
I know some people are like, I don't really like that and whatnot, but some people have had the opportunity to get really, really close with other people, and some people haven't. So I know that me and Jay Dunn are going to test it out and see if we can get closer, because we haven't been able to get close and whatnot, but we're going to see about that. Have you experienced that, Dragon? Have you been able to get close to different people?
It is working, and definitely able to get close to the people I really want to get close to. I can get closer to the people that I want to get close to, which is nice.
Absolutely.
Now, I do want to remind everyone that now that this is a feature, and then you can get a little bit closer, if that is something that is uncomfortable for you, make sure that you go to your boundaries, so that way you can you can go ahead and switch that over to something that you're comfortable with. So you don't have to keep it on none. And if you already have it on none, because the boundary was far enough for you to be comfortable, go ahead and switch that boundary to make sure that it gives you a little bit more space so that you are comfortable. So just let comment down in the section below. Have you experienced this? Is this something that you are going to use? Are you going to, what are you going to utilize that for? And are you happy that this is a feature that they've added?
Absolutely. And so once again, we want to say thank you to everyone who tunes into Meta News week after week after week with us. It is a pleasure delivering the news to you all, and make sure you like, subscribe, and always follow Meta News for the #1 news in Horizon. I have been reporter Joy Rain, and this is
Dragon. I will see you next week. We will see you next time. Have a wonderful
Bye, y'all.